Hi, welcome to Demo Garage. I'm Steven, and in today's episode I'm going to take this perfectly fine switch plate that I made about 1.5 years ago and replace it with something with a little bit more bling. So come along with me and let me show you how I do that. Okay, so I have another unboxing video. This is something I ordered a couple of weeks ago from FPM Metals. And maybe a little bit of a surprise, but then again, you saw the opening credit to this video, so maybe not. Let's see if I screwed up or if they screwed up. They probably didn't screw up. If there's a screw up, it's probably mine. Let's see what we have here. Okay. So far, so good. I did ask for some scrap pieces because what I have in mind is going to require the laser. And, ooh, there's a hint. Look at that. Engine Turned Aluminum. So far, so good. These are the scrap pieces. And it looks like they've got a little piece of plastic on them, so they probably look even better with this pulled back. But what I have in here is possibly version 2.0 to the switch plates on my TVR. Let's see here. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. That looks pretty nice. So this uses the same DXF as version 1.0. So I'm guessing it's going to be right on. So this is a factory, and there's a video that I shot and posted a long time ago, maybe 1 year ago. So new, nicer plates, but I wanted a little bit more bling on my dash. So version 2.0 is going to be this engine turned aluminum. So I just have to figure out how to add the labels now. Look how nice this is. That's going to be awesome if this works out. So anyway, comparing the original plates. There we go. Comparing the original plate, I'm saying this is looking pretty good for size and everything. And my intention is to make one for myself, and it wasn't a lot more to get 2 more sets. So if this works out, I may have 2 sets of this these plates to sell. So if you see this video, it means it worked out, and it might mean that I have 2 sets of identical switch plates to sell. So reach out to me and I'll let you know if I've sold them or not. So yep, let me bring it back. Okay, so getting close now. It's time. I've got one of the lasered parts, and this is the smaller panel that's on the left of the steering wheel here in the US TVRs. And so I'm going to shoot a little alcohol on this and make sure that the lasered area is nice and clean. And I'm going to set you down so I have both hands to do this. So I'll bring you right back. Okay, so here's the stuff I'm intending to use. This is Omtech black laser marking spray, as you can read yourself. And I've watched a couple of videos. We do a similar marking process. I don't know if it's exactly the same, but similar in the aerospace field for marking part numbers and serial numbers and that kind of stuff. My laser is not strong enough to etch metal, but this stuff, you spray it on, let it cure for 10 minutes, and then you put it in your laser, and whatever the laser touches in any engraving process becomes semi-permanent. And I've messed around a little bit with it. I've gotten really nice results. Seems pretty permanent. I'm sure you could scratch it, but you'd probably be doing damage to the base metal as well. Anyway, I think this is going to work out well. So the next step is for me to shake this for a few minutes, and then I'm going to spray it in a localized zone, basically right where the new engraving is going to be. And so I'll bring you back after I've done that. And it's just going to be nice, even, thin, light coats, and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, that should be about enough. All right, nice thin coat. And that's about what I was looking for. So, all right, I'll bring you back in 10 minutes after that's dried. Okay, it's been a few minutes since I sprayed the laser marking spray, and now it's time to put it in the laser. I don't know if you can see on this. I think you probably can. I have run the program, at least the outside parts of the program. This is the same DXF file that I used to send to the company that actually lasered their engine turned aluminum product for me. So I had that from the first time I made this. This is version 2.0. And so I've gone ahead and scored the paper so I can use that to help do the alignment. So I'm going to put this down, and that'll give me the alignment. And then I've turned the score off, and I've turned the engraving of the letters on. And that should instill a nice fit. All right, that's about as lined up as I can get it. So we're close now. I'll bring you back when I'm ready to start the laser. Okay, so here we go. Should be, looks like 3 minutes and 44 seconds. Let's see how this works out. All right, looks like the alignment looks pretty good. All right, that's what it looks like. The last step is to take this over to the sink and rinse all the uncured dye off, and I'll show you what that looks like. Bring you right back. Okay, so let me show you how easy this works. So just get rid of the excess white. Maybe turn the heat up a little bit. It comes right off. Nice. One done, one to go. On to the next piece. Okay, I thought I'd take one more second here to show you quite the contrast. On the right side is obviously the original, and this really poor quality of labeling the switches, which was factory. But in addition to as bad as that looks, the anodized face had been sun worn. So version 1.0, which I'm not showing you here in this comparison, was basically to make brand new ones of those in black anodize, and I used this original one as practice to see what it would look like if I used my laser to burn off the anodize. So this is how the ones I currently have on my car look with the anodized of the new plates version 1.0 burned off. But I can't leave well enough alone, and I thought, why not engine turned aluminum? Because that looks super racy to me. So I like the way that looks, and I hope you do too. Now it's time to work on the other piece. I'll bring you back. Okay, I've got the middle panel all cleaned up with alcohol and a light coating and spray, and I'm ready to go ahead and start the laser for this one. So this one's a little bit longer. This one is 16.5 minutes or so, and hopefully it turns out as good as the other piece. So let's see what happens. Hitting the button. Okay, that looks pretty good too. Let me get that rinsed off now. Okay, time to get the extra white cleaned up. You can see it just comes right off. Oh, nice. Look at that. I like it. Okay, I've been looking forward to this day. It's been months and months in the making. Got the dash out because I'm working on a few other projects, but it's time to switch out this plate and this switch plate. Perfectly fine, and they replicate what was original, only better, and now I'm going to replace them with something a little bit more flashy. You've seen that in earlier clips, but the first thing I want to do is actually pull these out and bolt in the new ones. I'm looking forward to this. Okay, swapping out these switch plates is going pretty easy. This one was an easy swap over. I just had to knock out the the brake light switch from the original, or from my manufactured black plate, and transfer it to the new engine turned aluminum one. And I'm just waiting around a little bit to install that guy, because I did a little bit of repair on the LED light fixture that gets sandwiched in between. I made that in a previous video or two, I can't remember. I damaged a wire, so I needed to repair that. I'm waiting for that to dry, then I can slap this guy in place. Should be pretty simple. I think I'm going to go ahead and pre-install the cigar lighter before I get too much further along. But yeah, it's going well. Just had my LED light not been damaged. It would already be back together, and I'm taking the opportunity to glue a couple of these little guys that the glue didn't hold. So just waiting for that contact cement to dry a little bit. Yeah, going pretty good. I'm looking forward to flipping this thing over and seeing what it looks like. I'll bring you back. All right, she's all put back together. The engine turned aluminum switch plates are installed. Got the row of lights that weren't working all fixed. The original style black anodized with the better labeling looks pretty good, but I think with the additional changes I'm making to the gauges, this is going to look pretty awesome. Got them both installed. Yeah, another project checked off the list. Well, I think that's going to look pretty awesome. I got to put this dash back in, which is probably going to be quite a bit of work. I got to figure out all those wires again. Stick around until after the credits so you can see. I'll put in another clip of the finished installation, and it'll be everything put together all at once. So stick around for that. Appreciate you coming along watching this episode of Demo Garage. Until the next, I hope you learned something. I don't know if I did, but until the next video, bye.